I am frustrated and I am tired and I'm angry because of what has happened to me because of timeshare. I've been a timeshare owner at Westgate for the past 27 years. Um, and while I did use the timeshare, we use the timeshare and even let other family members and friends use the timeshare. And we were excited about the use of the timeshare. Something occurred with me in August of 2012 that has caused me to become a disgruntled and angry timeshare owner. And I don't want any part of it anymore. On August 15 of 2012, I got a telephone invitation to come to TGIF restaurant in Waterbury to talk about my timeshare. By this time, I'm older, so I'm not using the timeshare anymore. And I really wanted to get rid of it. I thought that at least I would be able to pay this company to take the timeshare off my hand. I'd spoken about that with one other company before, but the amount that they asked me for was higher than I was willing to pay. So I went to TGIF, had the lunch, and met with a young woman by the name of Lisa Landry, who was a representative along with Neil Young for Sunset Harbor Resort and also a company called PRL. Lisa was very kind, very nice, told me that she was a real estate agent back in her own home state. And so we talked, got to know each other better, and we ate our lunch, and I ate my lunch, my companion and I. And then we got down to business. Lisa explained to me that the use of the point system would prove to be more effective. It would give me more spending power, and also I would get some money back in my pocket. I told her that I had thought about turning the timeshare over to my eldest son, and since he's a father of younger children, they would be able to use it. I even called him on the phone to verify that he still wanted to use the timeshare, and he said sure. So she quoted a price to me for my turning the timeshare back over to them, my paying them to take the timeshare back. And it was under $3,000, which was less than I had been quoted by another company months before. And I thought that was okay. I told her, bring the papers. But when she brought the papers, she actually brought the point system papers and sat down and started explaining that to me. She wrote it out in such a way that she said that what I had from Florida was 172,500 points. What I would get from Sunset Harbor would be 24,000 points, 24,500 points, together with another 30,000 points. That I would open my points account with 227,000 points. Well, that sounded great. Because best of all, she said if I rented my points out, that I would be paid $12,750 in May of 2013. Remember now, this is August of 2012. Well, that sounded really good to me. She said that what I could do was using my own credit card, I would pay the amount of $1,221, and then I would borrow from RCI credit card that she gave me the amount of $7,500, and together that would make up the entire amount of $8,720 to pay for the timeshare Sunset Harbor. But now remembering, I'm going to get back in May of 2013, just a few months later, $12,750 check. I thought, okay, that's going to cover everything. All me or my son would have to worry about would be the maintenance fee, which is what I've been doing for the years that I've had it, because I've paid the timeshare off a long, long time ago. So that sounded okay to me. I talked to her, and I also talked to Neil Young, and I said, look, I hope you all are scamming me, because my son was scammed by Wyndham. And they said, nope, it's not a scam. This is genuine. It sounded real to me. So I decided to go ahead with it. I wrote up all my information. I pulled out my own Bank of America credit card, let them take the monies off it, and took the card from Lisa. Lisa told me to wait for a few weeks and then apply to Chase Slate Visa credit card and use that amount of $8,721 as a balance transfer. In doing that, I would have 12 months, 0% interest. I've done that before with other credit card companies, the 0% interest to pay off a big bill, and then take my time to pay that money back. And so I thought, okay, that's going to work, because then I can take that balance transfer, pay off my Bank of America card, which was the $1,221, pay off the $750 for the RCI, and by the time May came around, I'd have the monies to pay for everything, and then everything would be free and clear, and I'd even have a few dollars left over in my pocket. That made absolute sense to me. Well, May came and passed, no check. But banks have a different way of doing things. So I thought, okay, I'll wait a little bit longer. I waited. August came, 2013, still no check. Meantime, I've talked with Lisa on the phone, my cell phone. I've talked with her on the phone. In December, she even wished me happy Christmas. I asked her about whether I should continue paying my maintenance fees down at Westgate. She said, oh yes, you keep on paying that, but don't worry about anything else. The check it'll get here. And when the check comes, you are then to call, when it hits your RCI card, when the bill hits the RCI card, rather, I was to call Neil. When I called Lisa in December, I think it was, of 2012, I got her. But when I tried again later on, no Lisa. Well, by this time, December 5th, I got my deed. Because when I got the deed, I was supposed to let Neil know. And I was letting Neil know stuff through Lisa. Along with my deed, I got this pink sheet of paper. And this paper reads, important notice. It's cut in such a way that it actually fitted right into with the deed. That's the deed. This is the piece of paper. But this paper got my attention before the deed did. This is what it says. Effective immediately, SHR2, that's Sunset Harbor Resorts 2 Luxury Condominium Association, has returned all customer service activities to our on-site customer service department and centralized that function in the association's office. Should you need to contact us, please do so at 855-664-3201. Approximately 2 years ago, SHR2 contracted with R&R Ventures, a sales and marketing company, to provide sales, marketing, and customer service through a regional office in Las Vegas. R&R Ventures, in turn, contracted with Point Rental Liquidators, PRL, that's Lisa and Neil, to perform certain functions. We have recently terminated our business relation with R&R Ventures and have no continuing association with either R&R or PRL. In the wake of empty promises from PRL, we are pleased to announce that SHR2 has partnered with a very large and well-known vacation network in an effort to provide you the services and much more that were promised you and will be a significant enhancement to your SHR2 timeshare. Watch for a major announcement regarding the Sunset Harbor Vacation Network in the coming days. By the way, this was sent to me in December of 2012. I'm still waiting for that major announcement. I don't know yet what it is. I really don't. In fact, this is the only information that I've gotten from Sunset Harbor to tell me about anything. That's what they sent me. Anyway, as I said, I panic set in at this point, because remember, I'm paying monies out of my pocket to Chase Slate. I'm retired. I'm on Social Security. What am I going to do? So I decided, okay, let me call Neil Young, because I'm supposed to speak with them. He's the regional director on the card that he gave me. No longer can get in contact with Lisa, because when I text Lisa, who I used to get at the same number that's on my phone, I got back a response, no, not Lisa, text back. I called the number. I got a male voice. Lisa's not at this number. Okay, well, let me call Neil Young. I got a person on the phone by the name of Corbin. This was on August 6, 2013. I actually wrote the time, 3:15 p.m. in the evening. Corbin was very curt and very short. He said to me, in effect, if you need to deal with this, is this about Sunset Harbor Resort? Yes, it is. If you need to deal with them, you need to call them directly. I said, wait a minute, please wait. I need to talk with Neil, because something's not happening according to the way that Neil and Lisa explained that it would happen. So I need to talk with Neil and ask him, what should I do? And he was very curt. And he said, no, you cannot talk with Neil, and have a good day. And he hung up on me. I thought, well, okay, Corbin's one agent. Maybe I can get another one. So I called the number back immediately. Corbin got back on the phone again. And I said, please, may I speak with Neil? He said, I just spoke with you. And I told you, you need to talk to Sunset Harbor. And he hung up on me. What am I going to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Just thinking about it right now, it makes me shake all over again, because I'm left in the lurch. $8,720. That's going to have to come out of my pocket to pay Chase Slate back. Because as far as I'm concerned, I owe them. Well, the time came when I kept on paying my bill. I like having good credit. My mother used to tell me the borrower is a slave of the lender. I don't like being anybody's slave. Pardon my pun. No, it was intended. No pun. That pun was intended. So I thought, okay, well, when I called Chase Slate, they said, no, we cannot continue the way you're paying, because that was a promo. You would have to try all over again. And I got this idea. I said, wait a minute. Why bother with Chase Slate? Because RCI Bank, credit card, MasterCard, had been sending me information. Every once in a while, they'll send me a letter with what I call convenience checks, that I could use the check and I would not have a bill for 15 months. I said, wait a minute, let's go back to RCI. After all, they're the ones I started with. 15 months, that's a long time. And I can keep on paying. So I went back to them with the amount of money that I now still owed, which was still now at this point a little over $7,000. But in the meantime, I'm paying monies out of my pocket, and I'm continuing to pay, and nothing is forthcoming to me. I'm owing people. This was not part of the bargain. This was not part of the promise. The last thing I got was this month, August 2014, August 18, came in the mail for me, a note from Sunset Harbor where it says that you're going to find, please, owner, enclose a notice of standardization of maintenance fees along with the Sunset Harbor Resort newsletters. Some owners' fees have been too low and will increase. Some owners have been paying higher fees that will go down. And what it boils down to, they tell me the amount that I owe is $352.50. No more. No more. No more. You understand? No more. I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired. I am 66 years old this month. I am sick and tired. There is no word stupid across this brow. I am tired. Westgate, Sunset Harbor, RCI credit card, Lisa, Landry, Neil Young, and all the others. Oh, by the way, I forgot this most important point. I attempted, in my desperation, to contact Sunset Harbor. I got a young man, the only pleasant person I got on the phone, as a matter of fact, by the name of Chris, and I explained my situation to him. This is going back in 2013. I explained my situation to him after I'd gotten the deed, and I told him what the situation was. He said, it sounded like those two people maybe have scammed you and you need to follow through with that. I said, so what do you mean? He said, maybe you need to go to civil court. He said, but wait a minute, let you talk to somebody else. A woman got on the phone who referred to herself as Audrey, no last name. And I'm trying to explain to Audrey the situation that has occurred with Sunset Harbor, because that's the number I call, Sunset Harbor. And as I'm talking, Audrey is talking the same time I'm talking. So she's apparently, to me, trying to drown out my words so she can't hear me. Her response back to me is, look, you don't owe any money for your timeshare. It's all fully paid up. So that's not our problem. I said, wait a minute, it is a problem. The people that represented you to me said that I would get $12,750 in May of 2013. I have no check, so I'm paying this out of my pocket. I have to pay the bank card, the credit card back. That's not our problem, she says. It's not our problem. Did you sign your name that 7 times? Your signature 7 times? And I'm thinking, sign signature 7 times. Where would that be? It took me after the phone call to remember what she was talking about. The thing about it is, when I signed everything, I signed in good faith. With Lisa and Neil telling me I would get $12,750 by May of 2013. There is no money. Audrey drowned me out. Since then, somebody by the name of Stephen Rangel, who says that he is calling about the timeshare. This was the first collection for maintenance. In order to activate your RCI points account, we are required to collect your first annual maintenance fee of $168. My understanding that this thing was activated last year. Why are they just activating it or talking about activating it now? So I told this to the person who I was speaking to. And he's like, no, but I'm willing to help you to activate it. No, please, this is not what was told to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I am not about to pay anything because my points were already activated. Well, you need to know that you owe $168. And in that period of time, since that first request for maintenance fees was sent to me, I got a letter. No, I'm sorry, not a letter. I got what they call that on the computer, email from Stephen Rangel telling me that if I didn't pay my maintenance fee, that they were going to completely close the account with the timeshare at SHR2, that I would have no timeshare. I'm thinking, fine, take it. I don't care. I didn't expect to use it anyway. I really didn't expect to use any more timeshare anymore, because what I had, I was planning on giving to my son. But since then, I have gotten, and it's on my phone, my home phone. Fortunately, I was smart enough, I didn't give anybody my cell phone. Otherwise, I'd have had to change that number. But I have no less than 22 phone calls. And it seemed that a period of time, I was getting 1 call a day from Mr. Stephen Rangel. This is Stephen Rangel for Ivy Patrick. I'm calling to talk with you and try to help you fix it with your maintenance. And I would not answer. I let the phone pick it up and do the voice. Let it stay there. I have not erased it. I have not erased the information from my cell phone from Lisa. I have the card from Neil. I have the RCI bank credit card. I have the Slate credit card. And I have as much documentation as I possibly can have. This all made me go back in my mind to something that happened on my computer again. I'm not good with computer. I'm really new. But this came to me from Vacation. What is it called now? VSI. Vacation Services International. This is supposed to have been part of a membership situation, Vacation Services. And it was sent to me in November, that's 11/19 of 2012, telling me, in effect, that their understanding was it is our understanding that PRL has dissolved as a company. Members never received monies that were promised, understanding that Sunset Harbor may have failed to provide information for accounts for many of you, and they are now trying to replace I can't read it, I'm sorry. But the information is there on my computer. I never, ever got rid of it. It's there so that I can actually get a copy of that. You know what? This is a warning to all of y'all. I'm sick and tired. I don't owe any money to anybody. I have been duped by Mrs. Landry and Mr. Young. And because RCI, the bank card, was handed to me by Lisa, I feel that I've been duped by RCI as well. I am not paying any more monies to anybody. I have paid over $2,000 out of my pocket. And the reason why I paid it is because I want to keep my credit rating high. When I got this, I had a credit rating of 720. I want to keep that. But Stephen Rangel and others are threatening me that they're going to mess up my credit rating. I am not appreciative of that, and I am sick and tired. So I am going to start proceedings to find out and figure out how I can get these people off my back. Stop. Leave me alone. You're stealing from me. You are scam artists. You are making me miserable. You are making me sick, and you are threatening my safety and my good name. And I am tired. I may not be able to fight you physically with my fists, but I will fight you if I have to in the court. I am going to go to the Attorney General. I am going to go to the 3 major credit card companies because they're the ones who've told me that my credit card rating was 720. You change it, you're messing with the wrong person. Stop. Cease and desist. Stop calling me. Stop bothering me. And I'm not paying any more money for anything that I don't owe because Lisa Landry and Neil Young, PRL, lied to me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.